yow. What's going on out there? As for myself, I am headed home. Oh yeah. I think I only did like 18 days on the road or something like that. And let me tell you something, buddy. They flew past. It was, y'all have seen the little local situation that I was doing before, and that got me feeling like I need to go back over the road, and that I was. And then I started thinking about home time, and I was like, wow, it's already coming up. Like, I ain't been gone any amount of time at all. But yeah, that's beside the point. I don't know. I just do a little tangent situation there. I don't know why. But wanted to talk about something. And this pertains to the situation that I was in yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and I guess a bit of this morning. Yesterday I woke up at the terminal that's like right by my house. It's like right down the dang road. Woke up there, went up north, Lance, Michigan, to pick up a load of ceiling tiles. And I was thinking that I was just going to bring it back to the terminal, and then I was going to have to go do that local run again. That was the plan, but they'd figured out something else, I guess. I don't know. Not my business, so I just let it go. But up at Lance, I met up with this dude who had the same exact run as me. The same exact run. And I say this because this is so incredibly rare. You have no idea. You literally have no idea. Because we're talking about he had a partial trailer load. But we're talking about 1.5 trailers of ceiling tiles. That's how much stuff that this place needed to have both of us be on the same run, and they wanted it the same day, so we both got routed the same way, yada yada yada. Well, he brought up the idea of running together, and I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a reasonably good time or whatever. And this is incredibly rare. That is the first time I've ever run a convoy, whatever you want to call it. It was just us two. My family was giving me crap because I said it was a convoy, and I guess 2 trucks isn't a convoy, but I don't care. It was good enough for me. Close enough. I don't care. But basically this whole thing sort of shed some light on a very important issue that a lot of people don't think about. I think, well, maybe not me included, but I had my preconceptions about what it was going to be like, and then I got out here and I was like, oh boy, this is not the same thing as what I thought. But it's about falling in line and understanding that you're a truck driver now. You are over the road truck driver. There's none of, you gotta understand how to do your job and how to work it properly, so that at the end of the day you're making the most money that you can. You're not just giving it away and all this crap. And I'll explain this in a second. Basically this dude had been with the company for, I think he said a little under a year or something like that, which is a pretty good chunk of time. I remember, way back then, way back in the day, No, that was not that long ago. But I don't know. It seems like every couple of months I look back and I'm like, dang, I was an idiot back then. Anyways, it's a side point. But this dude was cool as a fan. He was wonderful, and we ran this 500-mile load, just chatting away, just blah, 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 just talking. It was a great time. And I mean, y'all know me. When I am running, I'm running. Believe it. And if I gotta stop to do like a safety check, that's a thing in flatbed, is every 3 hours or 150 miles. That's what the handbook says. I'm telling you, I looked it up. Handbook says 3 hours or 150 miles, whichever comes first. That's when you have to stop for your safety check. And I've been known to do it on ramps and off ramps. That's my favorite, because then that way you just stop, go take a little lap around the trailer, gone, you're out of there. And this dude was like looking for truck stops. Well, maybe I shouldn't give this information away, but yeah, it's too late. It's out of the bag. But yeah, so we're looking for truck stops. Sure, I'll throw myself in the same boat. We're looking for truck stops, and what is this? What are we doing? Hold on, we got some drama on the GPS. I don't know. Anyways, so we're looking for truck stops, and I'm like, why are we looking for a truck stop? Like, we're just doing a safety check. And he's like, oh, it's, such and such a deal with the company, and, it's not a good idea to be doing that, not the safest thing. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm just going along with him. Like, basically, we're running together, so I'm not going to be like, no, like, you go do that, and I'm going to do this, and, you'll catch up with me later, because I would be further down the road, believe it. Hold on a second here. But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, let's just stop at the truck stop. I'm like, all right, I got one of mine. Like, we were running right past my house, so I was like, this is my territory right here. I understand what's going on around here, so let's stop at this one. And he's like, okay, perfect. And we stopped there, and he's like, okay, I gotta run in and grab a bite to eat. Do you want anything? And I'm like, no, I pretty much have enough food in here to basically live in the truck for probably 2 weeks right now. And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, so are you telling me that you don't have a cooler or anything? And he explained he was looking at some sort of a deep freezer or something like that, which sounds awesome, because I would like to have some more healthy stuff than what I got going on now, because most of the stuff that I eat, while it's not as bad as the truck stop food, it's still processed stuff, and I'd rather go down a healthier path than that, beside the point. But he runs in there, grabs something to eat, and I'm like, what y'all getting there? And he's like, I got this one, I got that number, and I got the other one too. And I was like, oh, this is a normal gas station that I go to all the time. And I'm like, this dude just dropped $7.35 on all this right here, just for the food that he wanted. And I was like, okay, that's you, whatever. And I'm sitting here munching on my chips, and I got the dang cooler right here. It's right there. Just pop it open, got ice cold water in there, all my raspberries, blueberries. I got fruit cups in there. I got cheese. Better know it. And yeah, I got a whole bunch of junk just to snack on over here. But yeah, he stopped there, did that. And I'm thinking, why would you not have something in the truck? It doesn't really make any sense. And then after that, we get running again, and he started, of course, we start talking about the company, and I mean, basically it was, the company is the greatest of all time except for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I mean? That's every truck driver of all time is this could be the best company of all time if they didn't do, A, B, C, D, F, G, Y, all that. But he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a local job or whatever, and I feel right now is pretty much the time when I'm supposed to, in life, I'm supposed to, live it up and be with my friends and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, that's pretty reasonable. But but I pretty much have the complete opposite view. I'm like, this is kind of the time to grind it out because, you know, you have no responsibilities. You might as well get your life straight. And he's like, yeah, that's true. And, you know, we were just having a ball, chatting back and forth and all that. And, yeah, I mean, he had a bunch of cool stuff on the truck. He had this massive-ass radio. That was like, he said that he could talk to his buddies way back home. Like, we're talking 1,000+ miles away. He could probably reach him. And I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, little hobbies like that. That is one of those things with, like, the lifestyle is it seems like if you can figure out something to occupy your mind, that is very helpful. Or, like, something to do if you're just sitting around, you know. I don't know. Like, you make up your own thing. If you want to, like, shoot photos or whittle stuff out of wood or sew. I don't know what people do. But that's basically, you know, it got my mind thinking on this sort of a way. Because I didn't ask him or anything, but I can kind of deduce that this dude was possibly the type of dude that was the, you know, I have to be sleeping at a truck stop type of guy. I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do the other thing. And by the way, we're talking about a guy that stays out longer than your boy. He's gone for like 4 months at a time, and I'm like, oh, like, you're serious, that's pretty crazy. But, you know, that's kind of beside the point. We don't need to talk about that. We'll just gloss over it. Basically what I'm trying to get at with all this, and it might just seem like rambling. Okay. Basically, as a truck driver, you really have to fall in line with the lifestyle. Like, if you're going to be I have to sleep at a truck stop, I have to buy food out of a truck stop, like, I literally just have, like, water in my truck. That's it. Like, you're that kind of guy. The food in the truck stop is expensive, son. It is ridiculous. And I'm not going to say, like, it's, like, more healthier to eat at a truck stop or less healthy to eat out of your truck or whatever, but I spend, like, maybe like $65, $75 a week on food. And if you're eating at a truck stop and you're, you know, only doing like 2 meals a day or something like that, you're getting snacks or something like that, like, there is a markup on that stuff, so it's gonna cost you. But, you know, that's kind of what I'm getting at here, is like, you are a truck driver, so do what a truck driver does. Like, I'm talking about sleeping at consignee, shippers, all that good stuff, so you can wake up with, you know, a full 11 and 14-hour clock. Like, none of that is burnt up, so you're out there wasting time, and this guy's like, oh, I don't know what to do with this stuff, like, we gotta check to see if, you know, yada yada thing is on the trailer, and this and that, and you're doing all that foolishness off the clock. I mean, that's just how I think about it, is like, everything out here that is done is to maximize productivity as a driver. Is it 45? Yeah, it's 45 here. I mean, that's just how I think about it, and I mean, as truck drivers, we come in many different shades, forms, fashions. I'm sure that there is some guy out there that is way more balls to the walls than me, and, you know, like, does all the same stuff and more, and, like, stays out, you know, quadruple the time that I do, and he's making more money. You know, he or she, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It could be anyone. But that's basically what I'm saying, is this guy, and, I mean, I said it before, and I will say it again, this dude was awesome. I added him on Snapchat and all that, like, super cool dude. But at the same time, I can kind of tell that, like, he's definitely going to end up going local, and you know, maybe that's just where he ends up, or possibly gets out of the business, which would be sort of sad or whatever, but it is what it is. I don't know, this has gone on too long. Y'all get the gist. If you're a truck driver, you gotta be a truck driver. Like, there's things that you are able to do to maximize your productivity. So why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's all I got for you. Bye-bye.